Hello, we're back to talk about some more social media tips for all you small business owners and busy entrepreneurs out there. My name is Liz Jostis and I own Eli Rose Social Media. And today we're going to talk about probably the greatest thing that any small business owner could be told. I think you need to do a whole lot less social media to end up doing yourself a whole lot more good. So, if that piques your interest, please keep watching a little bit longer. So the thing about social media is it's become such a crowded space. The news feeds are crowded. There's so many platforms now. And for a long time, it was sort of this belief that, oh, there's a new platform. It just was released. You got to get on that platform and claim your username and get started because it's the new thing and it's the it thing and it's the hot thing. And everyone just wants to be on that social media platform. The truth is, you can only do so much in a day because as a super busy small business owner or independent professional, there's just one of you, or maybe you have a small team and that's all you have to do what a medium to large size company has entire departments of people to do. So if you can only do the bare minimum or less than the bare minimum on all your social channels, you're not going to get anywhere. We're just too far along in this social media journey that you're going to be able to, make any difference and really establish your profiles and grow your profiles and have those profiles really do any good for you. One tweet a day or one Facebook post every few weeks or whenever you think about it, and one LinkedIn update. It's just not going to cut it. So you really are so much better off if you put all of the time that you do have, whatever that time is, to dedicate to your social into just one or two profiles and make the most out of those two profiles. Plus, it helps because you only have to learn the ins and outs and best practices to one or two profiles, which is also a super big time saver. And just, it helps you to not feel overwhelmed if you just have fewer tasks on any given day, regardless of what those tasks may be. So I'm a big believer with do more with less. I think you do yourself a whole lot more good if you do more with less. A couple other things along those lines, they might not specifically be social media related, but online marketing related, is just pick one or two things, one or two other marketing tasks, and do those really well. The do more with less carries through, if you're blogging and you have an email newsletter, and maybe you're doing other online advertising and you're also doing a podcast or whatever the case may be. Hey Rhoda, thanks for tuning in. You always do, you're so good. You're better off to just pick one or two marketing tasks and then make the most of that too. So thanks for the heart. So you're better off, I'm a huge fan of blogging. I think, though, in general, it's really good if you're creating some kind of content. So if you're doing training videos and you're publishing to YouTube, that's awesome. If you are doing podcasting, that's awesome too. But a lot of times, because you can just put more thought and planning and strategy into fewer things, you can also, I find that it's easier to repurpose those for other things. So say if you are a blogger, you have that new piece of content to share on social media. Maybe if you also have a newsletter, but your blogging is kind of where your primary focus is, you can use that blog post for your newsletter content. And you can pull out sections of that blog post to use as tweetable factoids or tweetable lessons for your Twitter account, where you can pull out those little quotables from that blog post to then, create images to use, like quote images, or not necessarily memes, but you can make quote images or using stock photos, add those quotes, and then use that as Facebook posts and Google Plus posts and Pinterest and Twitter and LinkedIn, and you see how this goes. So, kind of like the do more with less, the repurposing of content kind of ties into that. So, pick something that you are dedicated to doing and then figure out all the different ways that you can repurpose that one piece of content. So it makes that effort and time that you put into making that just pay off so much more, because now you have all these great pieces of new content to use on your social channels. So tying into all that, along with doing more with less, you have fewer platforms to learn, or writing really good headlines for your email newsletter, whatever it is that you're working on. But, you also have more time and more brain space to put into maximizing those platforms and your time by maybe learning one or two cool tools. So it could be a social media posting tool. Maybe you want to use like Lumen 5. There's so many, but like Lumen 5 is a new one that I've fallen in love with, and you can make really short videos to share on social media, and it actually will pull in your blog post content, and it includes images and videos for you, and you can do this for free, and you can download it and then go ahead and put it on your YouTube channel, or post it to Facebook, or upload it to your LinkedIn profile. Again, you see where I'm going here. So because I feel like usually there's some kind of third-party tool that accompany your social media profile, like execution. So it could be using a graphic design tool like a Canva or a Stencil. I really love Stencil, getstencil.com. Or it could be trying to figure out how to use a social media management tool. I know a lot of people like Hootsuite. I'm not a Hootsuite girl. Buffer, Sprout Social. So those things can help you maximize your time so that you don't have to spend as much time. Again, do more with less. So I think the big takeaway here is not to get overwhelmed when you know that there's all these latest and greatest things that are out there, and that you, Rhoda, you're cracking me up. Thank you for wanting to be me when you grow up. Oh my gosh, that just made my day. So the big takeaway here is, you need to be practical about how much time you have to execute your everything that you do in your business, marketing tasks or anything. So it is so much better, and hopefully it helps you feel a little less overwhelmed, to know you really are going to be better off doing more with less. And then doing more with less kind of extends even beyond the actual just technically like posting to your social media channels, because through repurposing your content, you could end up doing more good and end up having more content, even though you actually are creating less to begin with. So do more with less and go be awesome out there. This is the third video in our sort of general social media training series. I have plenty more weeks to come already mapped out. I will post links to the earlier two videos that were part of this week. If there's certain topics you want me to talk on, please let me know, because I'm very open to suggestions. I haven't decided yet if we'll do more social media first, or if we're going to move into blogging or SEO next. I also have a whole week planned on content curation. So again, my name is Liz Jostis from Eli Rose Social Media. Please leave me any comments and questions that you have, and I'll go ahead and I'll post those links. Have a good rest of your day.